You know you want to. Well, here we are, folks. Opening day, first season in Iowa. We're loading up the Raspy Hen boat here behind me. Going to the boat launch, going for a little rip. We're gonna go listen from the water. Once we hear some birds, we're gonna go after them. We're gonna see how it rolls.
$300 purchase right here. Boat motor, trailer, boat. $300. It's gonna be. When that first gobble lights up on the limb, that thing's gonna be rock solid. She's pumped out. We got 2-stroke, a little bit of extra 2-stroke from Come and Go. We don't run anything fancy in her. She doesn't need it. No Quicksilver, just gas station 2-cycle. And she eats it up, boys. Let's go. Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Primed and ready.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just letting her eat there, boys.
God. Making a mess of that.
You'll like it, boy.
$300. Does it get any better than that?
Yeah, free.
I almost forgot one of the most crucial parts.
We just cut the boat off for a spot, and there's 3 or 4 birds gobbling down a couple 100 yards from us, so we're gonna start the boat back up and go down about 100 yards or so and get out of the boat and get up in there with them before it's light on the ground. But they're gobbling really good on the limb down here in the river bottom. You know you want to. Bird gobbling down here about 200 yards down on the right. I don't know exactly how the river bends or anything, but off to the left a little more, it sounds like there's 3 or 4 of them gobbling together. So there's 3 or 4 of them gobbling off to the left and one to the right. This one to the right that's pretty close is definitely a longbeard. He's got a long eastern gobbling hole. I think we still gotta grab decoys, Sproul. Here. Yeah. A couple minutes ago. Go down and we'll find out. Doesn't matter what side they're on, either way they're going to the same place. On my wall. Ooh. Scott Butts' black decoy bag. And the river's got to go like this. Let's just stay near the river and we'll go around this thick stuff. And then we'll wait and hear them again before we get out of that thick stuff and get in the open. Oh, we got in here on the boat. We had to come all the way around this little peninsula here in this river bottom. The birds are hammering it up. They're gobbling really good right over there, probably 200 yards. And we set the decoys out in here in this little opening of this bottom. I'm gonna sit here and give it a shot. Those birds will probably end up breaking and coming right in here because they seem pretty hot over there. I think it's over here. I see him, don't move. Those birds across the river are getting close. I got a bird at 80 yards strutting in the river bottom. Goblin. I got two birds. I got two birds across the river that are getting a lot closer to me. Yeah, I've been watching them since we sat down. We only been sitting here 5 minutes. I've been watching them since. These ones across the river though sound like they're coming too. Here they come, Tyler. They're coming, Breen. They're coming left or right. right one. Aluminum too, baby. That aluminum Cartel crock pot with a red stick, with a rodeo clown diaphragm call. Didn't even act like the gunshot went off. You like that aluminum, baby? You like that aluminum? Did you guys watch them strutting on that log right there? If you can look down there, as far as you can see, like the spot as far as you can see, it looks like there's a brush pile right there. That's where he stood and gobbled. It was 5 minutes after I sat down, and I looked to the left and he was standing there strutting, and he didn't move out of that spot. And Tyler's like, what's going on, man? And I says, dude, I think that bird over there is waiting for those two to come up here, and they're gonna do it. Those birds gobbled out there a couple times, got closer. That span of time where they shut up for about 10 minutes, I looked right over there, and the only spot I could see, and there was one standing walking that way, and I called to him, and that's when they gobbled. And they just milled around over there by that log, and he broke once he seen them in here, and he come right over, they got together, and then boom, came in. Strategic plan, but it just puts you on edge, gets your nerves going. What do you think? 11 stops, got crumped. Look at that crump. That's gonna be an 11 to 11 and a quarter. Those were the biggest spurs out of the three. That's the one I kept looking at. This was old Spooky. Stood over there at 80 yards for 25, 30 minutes. Waited for those other two 2-year-olds to come in here, and he decided he was doing it. I just kept my eye on this bird because for one reason or another, when they act like that and stay off in the distance, it just pisses me off. So I kept my eye on that bird, and when all three of them came in and did their thing in the decoy, I says, yeah, this is his time. Play games, you're gonna get a prize. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Come into 11 yards and peck plastic, you get double X6s to the head. Got crumped. What that Iowa brush do? Fat spurs.
Yeah, they are thick. Meaty.
Old public land, river bottom gobbler.
Something about a eastern longbeard gobbler in the river bottom just is unbelievable. Just echoes through the timber.
Dude, after hunting Rios and Merriams for the last week and a half or whatever it's been, hearing that eastern gobble, like there's nothing like it. Just want to hunt easterns, man.
Was that one getting a little spooky in the decoys a little bit towards the end there?
I mean, not really. They tend to do that a lot, especially when there's multiples come in together like that. There's always one that just, he wants to be friends with the other two, but he doesn't really want to be in a bar fight either. Well, what happened that the camera could not see was a lone longbeard flew across the river over here, and he went down into this bottom, and he was about 75, 80 yards, I'd guess, from us. And he stayed in that same spot and did not move for 25 to 30 minutes. Gobbling, spitting and drumming, half strutting, doing his whole thing, moving his head around once in a while. And he'd gobble, and two other birds across the river further away would gobble, and eventually the gobbles got closer. He stayed in the same spot. Those two birds crossed the river, came over into here, and once he seen that his buddies were gonna do it, he did the hood thing, and he came right in over with them, and they did the slithered little hook right here through the timber and came right into the decoys. But that longbeard came in a half hour before the other two did, and he waited that whole time to finish coming in to this setup. And he just wanted to roll in with his boys, I guess. He wanted backup in case there was a good bar fight or whatever he's thinking in his turkey rope-ish mind. We were over there when we initially made them gobble, and they were fairly close to us. But over there it's pretty thick with blowdowns and weeds and such. And we wanted to back off and get a good backdrop with some good cover, but we wanted to be in a halfway open area of the timber. So put Tyler back there with the camera right against that fallen log, and I got on that tree right in front of him so we could kind of be on this hump up here. You know, it's probably 6 foot taller than down there in that bottom, and we'd be able to see the whole flat down here. And Tyler got back there, he had really good cover, and I sat down and we were able to see the whole thing. But we also wanted an open area over here for the decoys to go. So if those birds actually did come in like they did, they would see the decoys from a little ways away. From the way they acted, I don't think they saw the decoys till they were about 40 yards from us.
I almost think those two birds that
flew across
were those same ones that were gobbling right here, because they worked off and then they gobbled a couple times and got closer and closer and closer, then silent.
Yep.
Again.
They gobbled here and worked off, and then they worked back, and then they flew the river. So for whatever reason, they gobbled a lot, but they did not answer calls a whole ton with a gobble. They answered it every time with a spit and drum, because I could see that bird for that long. He would spit and drum and strut every time I called. But those birds across the river only answered me 2 or 3 times. As if they don't answer you every other time or however you think they should in your head. They're answering you. You just can't hear or see it. They're spitting and drumming, they're strutting, they're acknowledging that they hear your call. You just don't know it yet. Have patience, let them gobble and strut and do their thing, and just sit there and let the morning go on. And 9 times out of 10, if you're in the right spot, they're gonna do it on their own. Don't push the card too far. Live it, love it, like it, dream about it. Iowa's worth it. Iowa is worth it. Your non-resident tag will cost you a few bucks, but it is more than worth it. You're paying for the quality of the eastern turkey hunt, and the quality of that right there was worth a lot more than what I gave for the tag. So hats off to the state of Iowa and their DNR. Here we are, folks. First day, first season here in Iowa. Got a longbeard down. Came in here on the boat on public land, heard some birds in the tree, did the old loop around them, had to sit and give it about a half hour, and 3 longbeards came right in the decoys. They actually started out across the river. They flew the river, came right into the avian and beat it up. I was hitting them with the aluminum crock pot from Cartel Custom Calls with the one-piece bloodwood stick, and a rodeo clown diaphragm. They were answering back and forth, spitting and drumming, standing over about 60 yards strutting, and eventually they seen the decoys. I gave them one more call. They came right up in here in the wheelhouse to 10 yards. I said, Tyler, get on the right bird. I put it right on that right bird and let them have it. The other two birds just flinched. They didn't even run or fly or nothing, and they came back in and pecked the decoy one more time on their walk out of here. It was a beautiful, awesome morning in Iowa. Iowa has it going on. The eastern wild turkey is in here gobbling all along these river bottoms, and I would totally recommend to check it out, and I definitely am doing it again for years to come.
Mark says you gotta have a call to action, huh?
Say it again.
But you gotta do it subtly too, like, don't you love when someone gives you the script? And then they're like, dude, just say that.
Yeah, and the script's different than the last 10 years.
Yeah.
If you like this video, and if you're interested in checking out game calls. Yep. If you're interested in shooting off a limb, check out Holyfield Chronicles. I'm trying. It's hard in my brain after all we've done all this time till now. And I lost it right there. Like the old school way of doing it. Where do you want me to start over again? God damn it. Why do you always do that? Cut it in. If you like this video, make sure to share and subscribe. No, I'm doing it again. If you like this video, make sure you share and subscribe. It really helps us out here at the Cartel to continue with these great turkey hunting videos.
Start with folks. You like folks.
If you like this video, no, it's not going to roll, man. It's not. Share and subscribe. It really helps us out here at the Cartel. Dude, I can't do it. I cannot do it.
Brandon, you get in here.
If you enjoy this video, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. If you want to check out our pot calls, luxury diaphragms, or other turkey hunting accessories, you can check that stuff out on our Facebook shop or online store today. Use promo code TASTETEST to get 15% off your first order. And if you want to see more of the Raspy hen in action, check out Deer Co. on YouTube. They got a lot of great content as well. Smoke.